Evangelina goes to a Christmas cookie exchange. The morning after the Christmas cookie exchange, staring into the unlidded box of cookies on the kitchen table before her, Evangelina asked herself, was last night fun? Evangelina could not decide. Waiting for her morning coffee to brew, Evangelina stared at the cookies in what she recognized to be a poor attempt to draw her attention away from the befuddling nightmare that had been the party and on to the object of the party itself, made so reliably of flour, sugar, butter, chocolate, mint, molasses, smears of peanut butter and pinches of salt, teaspoons of baking soda and baking powder, pounds of powdered sugar, and ounces of cream cheese, and probably somewhere in some batter somewhere, rum and Kahlua, and who knew what else. On the whole, Evangelina did not know what to call these cookies, and this bothered her more than she could admit. Evangelina's contemplation of ingredients made her stomach lurch, so she pulled back, broadened her perspective, focused on the cookies as complete and separate entities, searching for the ones she had names for: monster cookies, raspberry thumbprint cookies, for which she knew the name because it had been displayed, peanut butter fudge, not technically a cookie, but still she was pleased to find it on the table, and most reliably, peanut butter blossoms, those sugar-sanded peanut butter wonders affixed with Hershey kisses in their dimpled tops. 4 people out of the 23 at the party had brought peanut butter blossoms, so proportionally Evangelina had ended up with more peanut butter blossoms than any other cookie. 3 of the 4 she remembered from last night's circuit around the Christmas tree wrapping papered pool table had used the full-sized individually wrapped kisses, and 1 had used the miniature kisses found in bags in the Martin's baking aisle just above the coconut and below the Nestle chips. Evangelina, though she had not said this at the party full of strangers, felt that using pre-packaged miniature kisses without the silver foil wrappers was a sort of cheating, a kind of laziness. Had her friends Krista and Toby Ann showed up to the party, Evangelina would have whispered this clever insight to them. But they had not showed, had they? Evangelina winced, tamped down a spark of betrayal. Martyrdom did not suit her after all. Evangelina scanned the box in search of the lemon-frosted sugar cookie and the silver dollar-sized chocolate cookie with peppermint frosting, both of which had, when the cookies were finally exchanged, looked appealing even in the yellow glow of the Purdue University lights of the hostess's basement. Evangelina could find neither, and she was reluctant to dig and add to the sad erosion of cookies that had already begun. Evangelina shuddered. Had she really been at that dreadful woman's house for 4.5 hours? Had she really been all alone amidst strangers who spent the night downing Jell-O shots topped with vodka-infused whipped cream and talking about what? What had they talked about? Turning over some variety of a no-bake cookie in search of peanut butter fudge, Evangelina tried to remember, but all she could recall was an hour-long 3-way cost comparison of athletic uniforms, football, volleyball, and basketball, for the guests' high-performing high school varsity children. Evangelina, who had no children and found Russell quite enough work to care for, had nothing to add. How was it she had even been invited to this party? She asked herself again. Oh, yes. Krista and Toby Ann had said she would get cookies enough to freeze and pull out 2 weeks from now for Christmas without having to bake any more. And had Evangelina's 2 friends she had thought before last night to be good friends, really not shown up at all? "We hate this party," Krista had said when they ganged up to invite her. But the cookies are good, Toby Ann countered. And I'm bringing molasses crinkles, which I know you love. Come on, we'll keep each other company, pleaded Krista. We'll leave before they start doing shots and getting stupid. We'll leave before she gives her house tour, Toby Ann said. Oh, God, the tour. We'll leave before she can even suggest a group selfie in her walk-in shower, Krista promised. What was it that Krista and Toby Ann had promised repeatedly? If you go, we'll go, but we're not walking in there alone. Eat some snacks, have a glass of wine, get the cookies, and run. And what was it that had happened, Evangelina thought, with hardly a crumb of bitterness, hardly even caring that on Facebook she had been tagged in a photo standing awkwardly with a group of drunk women in a walk-in marble shower at the home of a woman who was not and never would be her friend. What was it again that had happened, Evangelina asked herself, as though the evidence in the box in front of her was not enough to convince her even now. Evangelina had gone to the Christmas cookie exchange, but her so-called friends never showed. This has been a Dawn Burns and Mark Owen production, Christmas Day 2023. Thank you.